Well, hello, look who all are here. Guys, can you hear us? Hello. Let us know if you can hear us. I'm with Jordan today.
Hey,
Yeah, people are here. Around 70 people are here. So I hope you all are doing great. If you can hear us, let us know in the chat section. Yeah, great, great. So people have started typing. Great. So are you excited for today's workshop? Great. Let's just give it one more minute to join more people, and then we'll start. And we are so much excited for coming up again with new workshop, and it's pretty much great to know that how much you guys enjoy attending our workshops. So let's not wait further and start the workshop. I mean, 100 people have joined us around. Hi guys, I am Nandini. I'm your host for today's workshop. Blend your letters and incorporate florals with Jordan. So, as you all know, Jordan is a lettering artist, and it's been 3 years. He has knowledge of brush calligraphy and watercolor floral. So it's gonna give a great mix to your creativity and art, so you can enhance as an artist. So let's over to you, Jordan. Please tell us something about yourself first.
okay, that's awesome. Hi everyone. I'm Jordan. You probably know me as the guy behind Line Ideas on Instagram. I love lettering and watercolor, and I'm based in Adelaide, Australia right now. And I'm so excited to share with you guys my process and how I create my pieces that you guys can see over on my Instagram. Yeah, and um, yeah, I guess that's basically what I do. And I have an Etsy shop. Basically, let me just yeah, I have an Etsy shop, and it's where you can I can you can shop a few of my personal original art pieces where you guys can support this little passion of mine. And I don't do this full time. It's just my hobby, and it's just something that I really enjoy. And I hope you guys enjoy this workshop. And yeah, I like working with background music, so I hope you guys like the piano music in the background. Yeah.
Thank you so much for this, crisp introduction, Jordan. And love your Dia is saying love your Instagram account, Jordan. And I hope everybody is able to hear Jordan, because some people are saying they're not able to, listen to Jordan. So great, it's working great. Jordan, moving forward, tell us before we start the workshop. Please tell us what all we are going to learn in today's session.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to learn how I incorporate my florals into lettering. So instead of just lettering, just modern calligraphy, we're going to have a few florals to mix things up, make things interesting, and just keep it fun overall. And incorporating florals, and we'll also learn blend lettering. We're going to learn color combinations. Explore color combinations using the right materials, paper, using the right color, paintbrush, right amount of water, consistent colors throughout. And yeah, I hope it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I know it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty much gonna be great fun, because I am too much excited for it. So let's not wait further, and let's start the workshop.
That's awesome.
Sure.
Okay,
Great, great.
so today let's start off with the supplies that I'm gonna use. So we're gonna start off with incorporating florals into our lettering. So we will need paper and watercolor paper. Let me just show you the paper I'm using right now. So I use Arches watercolor paper. It's a cotton paper. So far, I think this is the best watercolor paper that I've used so far. It is a bit pricey, but you don't have to use anything. You can just use a small piece of watercolor paper, or even just scrapbook paper. Anything will work, actually. So you just need paper, and we will need paint brushes. Let me just get them. Oh, nice. All right. So paint brushes.
So, before we start, I'm so sorry to interrupt you in between. I think, there are some people asking about types of pens and tools and materials that we are going to use. So, it will be great if you could just explain the tool.
Sure, sure.
Great.
So for our letter, let me see. Do you want to know what pens I'm gonna use?
Actually, if you see the questions tab, no, so there are some questions coming up.
Okay. It's a bit
Types of
laggy over.
pens.
Let me see. Can they hear me? Yeah. Okay, they can hear me. That's awesome. Um, I don't see the question. Can you please read the question to me?
So it's basically about the types of pen we are using and what materials are we going to require today.
Okay, that's awesome. So you will need paper, paintbrush, and we will need um, water-based. Okay, hold on. Just water-based markers. So they can be any water-based markers. I'm using Tombows right now. You don't have to use Tombows. Let me just show you. There you go. So this is a Tombow ABT brush pen, and I have a few colors of them right now, and they're water-based. So that's important because for blending letters, you need water-based pens so that you can actually blend them. Yeah. And besides Tombow brush pens, you can also use others like Artline sticks. These are a bit more affordable. Yeah, they come in like tons of colors and stuff. So yeah, you can use all sorts of water-based brush pens, and we would also need paintbrush, obviously, because you blend the colors with your paintbrush. You need water. Just get a jar, and you can fill it with water later. And yeah, that's basically all you need, actually. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Okay. So, yep. I'm going to start showing you guys how I'm gonna actually create a piece today and show you guys my process and how I think when I write a quote or yeah, a quote or a verse or a lettering. So today I would be writing, let's see, what am I writing today? Let me see. Today I'm writing trust with all your heart. So it's a tiny bit, it's a bit longer, right? It's a longer quote, but because it's longer, there's actually spaces for you to mix and play around with the composition where you can fill up empty spaces with florals and keep things interesting and fun. And that's what we're all about because we don't want boring things. So let me just shift my camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Just give me a minute. So it's inverted, but I guess that's how it is. It has to be right now. So this is my notebook, and this is where I like sketching my compositions and choosing the ones that I like the most, so that I can see and plan where I can add florals and the sizing and stuff. So like this one right here. Okay, try to get this right. So it actually says have a plan, but it's inverted right now. But you can see here, and it's actually you can't see anything really, but there are florals here, and basically add florals all around. I added florals all around for this one. Let me just try trust with all your heart, and right now we're gonna start and play with the composition. So we look at the word trust here. This is trust. I know it's not the clearest on screen. Um, yep, trust with all your heart. So that's trust. And I think trust is the word that we want to emphasize right now. Trust, we're emphasizing the word trust and heart because trust with all your heart. I guess these two words are the words that we want to emphasize. Okay, so let's see. So let's just I like drafting out my compositions on pencil and just seeing how it looks overall before I actually do it, because if I ruin it right now, I can erase it because it's pencil and I can make changes and well edit it until I like it, right? Yeah. So I'll write it bigger just so that you guys can see it, because I'm reading the comments and saying it's a bit blurry, which I'm so sorry, but okay. So trust. I like mixing lettering with block letters here. So yeah, trust with. I'll try holding my camera higher so it's a bit clearer. Trust with all your, I guess, trust with all your heart. Okay, this is easy. So trust with all your heart. Yep. So trust with all your heart. I hope you guys see this. Um, yeah, I think I'll write with pen because some people say they can't see this. So, yep, I guess that's what I'll do. I hope it's a bit less blurry now. But I hope you guys get what I'm trying to do here. I am just drafting this out. It doesn't have to be pretty because this is just the drafting session part, and we are just going to see how the words fit and the spacing of the overall thing, so that the spacing of the overall thing and how we can add florals, where we can add the florals, and yeah. Okay. My pen's a bit out of ink right now, but we'll make this work. Trust with all your heart. Yep. So it says trust with all your heart and trust with all your. Okay, so this is not even, but it's okay because to this is just to draft and see how things are right now. Nice. So basically, look at this lettering here. If you were to add a line here and add a line here, basically, if you were to box this off, it's pretty squared off, and I think it's pretty nice because it's squared off nicely and things fit into a nice square. So basically, when you add florals, you want to fill in the empty spaces, like fill up the space so that things look cohesive and look like they're part of each other and make it all like one nice set. But because this one's basically pretty squared off, I think it looks pretty nice. I think we'll just add florals of some florals here, a bit of florals here, 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 and maybe a few here. So yeah, basically I'm adding all over now. I think it looks pretty good, and a few leaves all around. Yep. Okay, that's awesome, I guess. Yep. Nice. Now we know the overall concept. I am going to do this on the actual paper, and yep, I'll just get my paper ready. I'll just put my camera back here so you guys can look at me instead of the my blurry thing. Yeah, hope it's okay. That's okay. Now let's just get this right. Okay. So basically now I'm cutting paper. I'm just cutting paper from this big block of watercolor paper that I have. This one's actually A3, which is pretty big. It's actually pretty big, yeah. So I cut it smaller because I like working on small scales, and things look good when they're smaller and you don't have that much pressure when you're doing small pieces. And yeah, okay. So let me just get my paper. Yep, so that's my paper here. That's my paper. Okay, now let's let me see if I can do it like this instead. Can we make florals without using paint? That's what someone said. I guess you'll have to. I guess you can. I've seen people use crayons and colored pencils, and they make beautiful florals too. I guess that's something you can try, but I haven't actually had the chance to try that yet. But yeah, you can try that definitely. Yep, I'm using A3, but I cut it down. This is just an A6. It's really small. So an A4 paper is like the normal print paper, and an A6 is just a quarter of it. So it's pretty small. So that's my hand, and that's the paper. That's oh yeah, that's the paper. Oh, that's my hand, and that's my paper. So it's pretty small. But I like working on small scales because it keeps it nice and fun, and you can actually play around with smaller scales. Yep, actually any paper size will work fine. All right, now let me just try and get my camera to work properly.
So I hope you guys are having fun. I mean, it was just pretty awesome the way he just wrote the whole text.
How are you enjoying this right now? Are you guys liking this right now? Yeah, all right. So yep, let's just
So in case you have any questions, you can ask us and we'll take it up later. Like, after this workshop,
yep,
we'll take the questions later. You can ask them. Great, great.
definitely. So I think this might be tilted, but I guess this is the best angle for my camera, my webcam right now. So let me just adjust this. Yep. Yep, so I'm writing in pencil right now. It might be might be a bit, you might not be able to see the whole thing, I guess, but it should work. All right, nice. So, where's my pencil? All right, that's my pencil. And so writing trust. You guys might not be able to see this because I'm looking at my screen right now, and things look a bit blurry. But yeah, you just have to write it down and write it just like how I drafted it earlier. Let me just show you. Just give me a second. This is how I wrote it just now. Yep. Trust with all your heart. So just the trust on top, and then with all your in block letters, like just capital basic block letters, and heart at the bottom. So just lettering, block letter, and lettering again. This is full calligraphy right now because this is just a draft, but for the real thing, it'll be actual just lettering. Yep. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay, now, so trust. I think I wrote it a bit high. I'll just erase this a bit. But basically, I hope you guys can follow along. Just grab a piece of paper and write trust with all your heart. Yep, it's a bit shaky now, but I guess it's okay. Trust, trust. Yep, I need to just get this right. And I'm writing it in pencil just lightly so that later when I add my the watercolor will basically cover it and people won't be able to see it. And yeah, okay, now, so trust. Hope you guys can see the trust. Yep, I think that's pretty okay. So trust, trust with all your, yeah, I think it's a bit blurry, but yeah, I just hope this is okay for you guys. I'm so sorry. Trust with all your and heart. Yep, trust with all your heart. Awesome. Awesome. So I know it's a bit blurry, but basically it just says trust with all your heart. And I think we'll just move on. I hope you guys can follow along. Just let me know if you guys are okay with this. Just let me know. Yep, that's awesome. Okay. And now I'll just take my watercolor stuff out and show you guys how this works. So this, okay, back to me. It's not blur when it sees when I'm showing my face, but it's blur when I'm showing my piece, which is this one right here. So it says trust with all your heart. Yep, it's really blurry. Nothing much I can really do about that. I'm so sorry. But this is the watercolor palette that I have. You don't have to have a fancy palette like this. It's just a palette with all the watercolor that I put down in here. And yeah, this is where I get my colors from. And yeah, nice. Okay. Okay, so now, just so that you guys can follow, I'll show you guys sample florals so that you guys can try these florals, and they're super simple, super easy. They're not too hard, and you guys can add this into your lettering and make things nice. Nice. Okay, so let me just grab a piece of paper. So I have a bit of scrap paper here right now. I'm just cutting a bit of paper so that we can use. Here's a piece of paper, watercolor paper, scrap watercolor paper that I have. And yeah, let's start painting a few florals. Okay, let me just, might be blurry again, but I'm praying. I'm just like, yeah, things should be okay. My tripod, making things okay before I move my camera so that you guys don't have this, yeah, see blurry stuff. There you go. That's me. Yep. And yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah, I hope this is okay. There you go. It's clear. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is what I'm doing now. Let me just tilt the camera. There you go. Much better. Ah, thank you guys. Okay, this is awesome. Finally. Okay. So let's start off with a few florals that I really love painting. Just give me a minute. Let me just show you guys what I mean. So just get out your watercolor. Just take out your brushes, and you can choose to use a bigger brush or a smaller brush, but just for today's demonstration, I'll use a smaller brush just so that because our paper is pretty small, and I guess a smaller brush would be just right. Alright, so we got the brush, and just get water, just fill up your jar with water, and yeah, that's awesome. Okay, just give it a minute. Awesome. Okay, so let me just fill up my jar with water. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so um, let's start with white poopies. This is a flower that's super simple to paint and super easy and super usable, and it actually is not too hard, easy to paint, and it's very easily used into, you can add into your lettering. So white poopies, poppies, sorry, not poopies. Oh my gosh, yeah, white poppies, awesome, nice. So let me just get my watercolor pan. Awesome. Okay, so here's my watercolor pan. Yep. So these are the white poppies, and we'll always start with the center of the flower. So let me just show you. Let me just go on Google and show you guys what these flowers look like. So white poppies. There you go. That's basically how they look like. Yep, these just white flowers with a brown center and just really big white petals, which is really easy to paint and really usable because they're nice and white, right? So I'll just show you. So we'll start with the center, and we know that the center is a bit brown, so let's just go to your palette here and just get something a little brown. So I'm just dropping water into my brown palette, and yeah, my palette's over my computer. That's not the best thing to do, but yeah, so I'm doing that. Okay, so I got my brown, awesome, and it's over here. White poppies. So white poppies. Yeah, someone asked what the name of the flower is. It's white poppies. Okay, just give me a second. My paintbrush is a strand of hair on my paintbrush. Nice. So you start off with the center. So you just start off with the center here. Okay, just give me a second. You get more brown. Brown's too watery right now. Yep, just 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 dab just dab tiny dots to make a center, and now you have the center. And because watercolor is water, you want to work a little faster before things dry, so that you can blend the colors and keep make the flowers look natural, right? Yep. So we have the center there, and now let's do the white petals. So because white on white paper is a bit hard to white on white is a bit hard to see and hard to get the color even. So I like to use this peach color here. I like to use this peach color. So basically I'm just adding water to my peach and getting color, putting it on paintbrush and moving back here. Let's just let's just maybe just draw out petals, and yeah, draw out the petals, and you can observe nature and how poopies how these poppies how their petals are arranged. So you don't have to be really stiff with how the petals are arranged, and they don't have to look the same every single time because flowers are always a tiny bit different from each other. And I hope you guys can see. So we have two petals right here right now, and sometimes it's a bit lighter, but I just like to add a bit more paint, make it a bit darker. And you can see that these petals are not the whitest, and a bit creamy, a bit pinkish, but that's kind of what I like. That's a bit of my color scheme right now. Awesome. Now let's just keep going. Yep. Hope you guys can see. Let me know if it's blurry and I'll try fixing it. But I think this is so much better than before. Yeah, so it's a win, I guess. Yep. And then just dab in a bit of brown in the center. There you go. Done. So those are white poppies. They're super simple to paint, as you can see. Basically, all you really need is just a center, and then just paint white or peach, kind of peachy petals all around. And what I like to do is after it dries, I like adding a bit of detail. Okay, someone's saying maybe zooming out would help. I guess this is okay. I hope this is okay. Yep. So what I like doing is after it dries, I like to add detail. So later when it dries, I'll show you guys what I mean. I'll add like very light white lines to add interest and keep it a bit more realistic, but still loose at the same time, like loose watercolor florals. And yep, the next floral that we will be doing today are just loose lavenders, loose lavender. Yep, there you go, loose lavender. I'm trying my best so that you guys can see this, but I hope you guys can see. So lavenders are usually purple, bluish, and pinkish, but you don't have to keep you don't have to make them just blue all the time. They can sometimes even be pink, but peach. Just play around with the colors, and this loose lavender is super simple to paint, and I'll show you guys what I mean. So right now I'm just grabbing a bit of purple, just adding water to my purple color here. Yep, and adding it over here. So I have my purple there. I think on screen it looks a bit bluish, but it's purple here. Nice. And that's purple here. And I like to just get ready some blue too. Just blue over here. And start mixing some blue and purple. And I can make the lavenders fun by having a bit of blue and purple within the lavender. I'll show you guys. So just get some blue, get some purple. Yep, that's blue. That's blue there. Yep, that's way more vibrant than what it was before. Awesome. Let's just get more purple. Purple. Awesome. Go back here. Yep, so this is where I'm going to show you guys how I do my lavenders. So lavenders, basically what I do is, okay, I'll just put my camera down because I'm shaking with my hands holding the camera. Yep, that guy, and basically this is what I'm doing. Just dab a line of paint. So you just start like that, and you have to be quick. You can't waste time. Just do this, okay, and just build it up just a tiny bit. So just keep going up a little bit, but just make it smaller every single time. And you're basically dotting the paper. So you're not drawing a line, you're dotting tiny dots of paint. So dotting purple paint like we're doing right now. See? So you're dotting purple paint. And as we go up, we can actually change the colors because to keep things interesting. So it was purple now, and I just got some of the peach color that I had earlier, and just added the peach on top and let the colors blend. There you go. See how we have a lavender now, and see how simple that was. I hope you guys can see, but it was a purple to a peach, and now we have a lavender thing, and all you have to do now is get a tiny bit of green, just tiny bit of green, add a stem. There you go. And that is a lavender. And yeah, thank you. Someone's saying it's visible, and I'm just so happy that you guys can see finally. But that's the stem, and you're just going up, and we're playing with color here. So instead of just purple all the way, we did purple and purple and cream or peach. Now let's try just maybe just blue lavenders this time. Let's do blue lavenders. All right. So I'm teaching you so far. I've taught you guys poppies and lavenders. So you guys can use this in your lettering compositions and make things interesting. And I'll show you guys how I do it later on. Yep. So I'm getting my blue right now, and I'm doing the same. I'm dotting blue here, and then I'm working it up. Yep. And I'm adding a bit of. Oh, am I going so fast? I'm sorry. Someone's saying I'm going a bit fast. I'm sorry, but we have to work a bit faster because this is watercolor and it will dry. When it dries, you won't be able to mix your colors together and we won't have the effect if it dries. So now I'm just mixing out a bit of pink because blue and pink, when you mix them up, you get a pretty nice, a nice purple in the middle, kinda. I hope this shows on camera. But that's blue and I'm adding a faint pink inside. Yep, I can teach you guys leaves as well. So that's what someone said over on the comments. So I'll just teach you guys simple leaves later. So, yep, blue, and I'm just mixing it up because It's not really mixing because I'm a bit slow. I was a bit slow and now I'm just shaking it up. So blue and pink, you get this really, really cool lavender here. And the stem here, this was green. It doesn't really have to be green. It can be other colors, but yeah, I'll just make the stem blue right now. Yep. So now we have a blue stem with nice lavender. And now you can see we have two lavenders. This is a purple to cream or peach kinda, and blue to pink. That's pretty cool. That's like my favorite part about watercolors, how you can blend the colors and create interesting stuff. Awesome. Now I'll just show you guys. Let me just check my notes because I wrote down what flowers I wanted to teach you guys. Oh yeah, awesome. So I'll teach you guys simple side view sunflowers. So side view sunflowers are, I'll just get my pencil and just draw it out on my this right. So sunflowers are usually just this, and you just draw like these guys, right? But this is kind of hard for a few people, and I understand because it took me quite some time to get this right. So I'm just drawing out with my brush pen to show you guys how I do it. So side view sunflowers are super simple. They're basically just these guys and just a bud here and then just more leaves here. Okay, that's not really beautiful. That's not a beautiful representation of how it's gonna look, but I'll show you guys right now. So with this space over here, and sunflowers, they have brown centers and yellow petals, or yeah, petals, yeah. Yep. So let me just tilt my camera. There you go. The shadow's really strong because my lighting here is it's a bit dim, I understand. Oh, yeah, it's a bit, yeah. Let's see. So we're gonna get some brown right now. Coming over to the palette again. And it's really nice having a palette like this where you can just pick up the colors that you want and just reuse them later on when they dry off and just add water. But if you don't have this, it's okay. But it's definitely nice definitely nice to consider having one of these foldable palettes. Awesome. So yep, I'm just putting down my camera. Awesome. Okay, let's add in the buds. And we're doing it side view, remember? So this, we're just doing it like this. Just add that. It looks a bit weird right now, but it's okay. It'll all come together later. I'm just grabbing my yellows. Just going over here. I'll teach you guys leaves too, and leaves are super simple. You guys would be so amazed at how simple it is actually. It's not even too hard at all. So I'm just making up yellow because I've run out of yellows. I'm using red and peach to make something almost like yellow. Nice. There you go. And let's see, what are we doing? Yeah, let's add in the petals. It looks a bit more pink here because I've run out of yellow on my palette, so I'm just using pink, but sunflower should be yellow, and if you have yellow, this should be yellow. Nice, let's just keep going. So there's petals. Get this done. Pretty awesome. Oh, okay. Technical issues, guys. Okay, we're back. Do this right now. Over there. Awesome. Yep. And basically, these are all side view sunflowers are. See, now we're basically done. And now you can see that the brown is a bit faded and diluted by all the other colors surrounding it. Ah, pink looks nice too. Yeah, nice. Pink sunflower is a bit weird, but I guess it's nice too. Yeah, awesome. So we're just getting brown again, and we're just coming here and dropping in more brown to darken the center and make the center look more like a center. Yep, awesome. So that's the side view sunflowers, and these are the lavenders I showed you guys just now. Let me just show you guys. So that's the lavender. Wait, okay. That's the lavender, and that's the white poppies. So I'm just making the center darker again because it's dried and I can just make it darker easily. Awesome. And like I said before, I would show you guys how I add detail to these flowers easily. So basically, I'll just take a bit of pink, a very, very light pink. I might change my brush too because this brush is a bit worn out. Let me just get a new brush. Give me a second. Where is my brush? Awesome. Okay. So I'm getting another brush. It's basically a tiny bit smaller and better for fine details. Awesome. Let's just get a bit of peach and a bit of red, making a tiny, slightly darker color and just very, very light color. Just add tons of water to it. Not too much, but a bit more water and making the color really diluted. Okay, let me just come in here. There you go. Right here. And yeah, let's just add in, just draw faint white lines. I don't think you guys can see this too well, but you're not supposed to see too much anyways because it's supposed to be faint and it's supposed to be really light, just to add detail and not doing too much. Just a tiny bit of detail, just white, just faint lines. There you go, and that looks pretty good. Then we have the lavender. I smudged it a bit of my tripod standing these these lavenders, and side view sunflower. It's a bit messy right now, but it's okay. You just have to let it dry, and you can add and darken the parts that you want later. Nice. Let me just get another piece of paper and show you guys how I paint leaves. How I paint leaves. Yeah. So yeah, hi guys. Nice. Let me just get a piece of paper again. Yep. Just another piece of paper. I'm sure you guys can paint these leaves easily because they're really just not too hard. How are you guys going along? How's it all going? You guys able to follow? I'm sure you guys can. It's not too hard anyways. Alright. I'll show you guys. Alright. Back here. That's awesome. Okay. Ah, nice. It's awesome reading people saying it's going great. Alright, okay, let me just get my camera, okay. How did I put it just now? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow, it's awesome that you guys are saying it's amazing. No problem, guys. That's awesome that you guys are enjoying this. Nice. Okay. Okay, we're back, and now we're gonna do leaves. Super simple leaves that you guys can follow along. And if you guys do finish this and you guys want to share it on Instagram, be sure to tag me so I can share some of your lovely work on my stories and just share how beautiful you guys have done these things. Okay, is it upside down? I think it's upside down. Okay, I get it. Yep. Okay, there you go. We can see the tripod there, which you don't want. Awesome, nice. Okay, I hope you guys can see it says leaves there. And now I'll just get a bit of green. So this is my palette here. And basically I'll just turn my camera a bit. And I'm just getting a bit of green, just a really, really nice green. And just mixing the colors up and keeping things nice. Okay, so I have green on my paintbrush right now. And we're just gonna turn the camera back to okay, we're back here. And leaves, they're super simple. There are two ways you can do leaves. One is this slightly more beginner level leaf, and another one is a more experienced kind of leaf. But you can do both and see which one you like better. But these are just the two ways that I like doing them. So the first way is the beginner beginners, almost a beginner's way. So that's a number one. Awesome. Okay. So now basically the first way is you can just draw out the shape with your paintbrush. Draw out the shape of the leaf and just color it in. This is the beginner's level. It doesn't get easier than this, guys. It really is this simple. All you need to do is just draw it out. Just color it in as if you were using colored pencils. And yeah, that's a leaf there. Or you can do the way that I like doing it, and it saves so much time and it gives it more flow. Okay, I'm just getting more paint here, so just give me a second. I'm just mixing up the colors. Nice. Let's do this, and let's just my tripod's in the way. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. So let's just do it like this. This is how I do my leaves. When you add pressure to your brush, it adds a thicker stroke, as you can see there. It's a bit shaky because I'm holding it by my hand with my hand right now. But yeah, so basically what I like doing is I just do one stroke here with one thick stroke there, and then you see how I start off with a thick stroke and a lighter stroke. So you have a heavy hand here, and a lighter hand over at the tip there to make your leaf make the shape of your leaf. Yep, and then we're just gonna start with the same shape and then going down and up. So you see, in this second way, I did not just fill in the gaps for the leaf. I did not paint out the shape beforehand. All I did was just add pressure and just do it again. I'll just do it again and show you guys. So just add pressure there, and then I'm just getting more color again, add more pressure there. And you see, I have a different shaped leaf right now. So that's one leaf, and this is just another leaf from the beginner's method, or you can just call it whatever you want. But this is a simpler method, and this is just a slightly more loose and a bit more fun way. Or you can, yeah, fun way, yeah, fun. And you can practice the shapes, practice your hand. Sometimes there is a bit of gap, but you just use one stroke, and yep, you're done. And that's a leaf. Leaves are super simple, and they shouldn't take you too long at all. You can touch up the shape, things. There you go. There you go. So we have leaves there, and we have our florals done. So I guess now we can actually start our actual thing. All right. So let me just get the paper that I wrote "Trust with all your heart" from before. Nice. We have that right now. Let me just come down here. Just get my tripod ready. And hopefully it's all okay.
So I also feel like, I've learned a lot because the way you draw lavenders and leaves and sunflowers, that was pretty much fascinating to me as well. So I
Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome. That makes me so happy to hear. Yeah, okay. Let me just get back here. Um, Trying to tilt my camera so that you guys can see this. I'm sorry if I'm speaking a bit loud right now because the mic's kind of near to my mouth. But yeah, okay, this is work. Awesome. Let me know if you guys can see. I'm sure the pencil marking's a bit faint because it is pencil and I wrote it a bit light, but I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here right now. Let me just tilt this. Yep. Hey, okay. Let me just get rid of the wire here because no one wants to see the wire. Awesome. Nice. Okay, so let's just do that down there. Okay, so that's there. Awesome. Now let's start with our florals. So let's just take out the paper that we did our stuff just now. We see our white poppies, our loose lavender, and our side view sunflowers. And these are really simple florals, guys. You can add them to absolutely any kind of lettering. But let's just do it right now. Let me just show you how I do it. Just turn the camera. Awesome. Okay. Focusing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so trust, and let's just have one floral here, a few florals here and there. Okay, and I think when I finish this piece, I will put this up on my Etsy so you guys can actually buy this if you guys want to and support my hobby because I do this out of my free time and everything. It's just a really fun journey and experience for me. Right, so let's do the poppies. Like we learned earlier, we start with our center. Okay, wait, let me just show you, tilt my camera. So that's our brown, and let's just be really slow and slightly slower before, slower than before. Okay, we'll go back here. The pencil markings are pretty light. You guys can't see it on camera, and I'll just erase a bit so that, awesome. There you go. And let's start. Just adding a bit of the center there. And because this is the final piece that we're going to make and it's not a practice, you want to make sure that you practice a bit more and um, and practice before actually doing it so that you guys will be satisfied with what you guys paint. But it's okay. Just follow along and I'm sure you guys can paint something super, super beautiful. So that's the floral there and that's the lettering there. Don't worry about overlapping your lettering and your florals because it gives it a really nice look to it too. Someone's saying it's a bit blurred. I'm hoping this works, but okay, let's just keep going. Let me know if you guys can see this so that if it's too blurry, I might have to do something, but just let me know because I really want you guys to be able to see this. This is the most exciting part to me, and I hope you guys follow along and paint something beautiful. Awesome, awesome, guys, awesome. Okay, so this poppy is pretty much done. Yep, and we'll just let it dry. Someone's asking, so we make flowers before lettering. Um, you practice the florals on a scrap piece of paper, and after practicing, you draft out your composition with on pencil on your paper, and then you start your florals and start painting. Just have to erase a few things here. Okay. Awesome. Yep. We have a PP there. Let's just do one more at the bottom. So let's just clean our brush, come back with brown, which is the center. Yeah, I hope I'm not going too fast, but I think you guys can follow along. You guys are awesome so far. Let me know if you guys are following along or if I have to slow down. But yeah, I'll just keep going unless someone says I have to slow down. But yeah, awesome. Okay, so we have another center here for our poppies. There you go. And that's getting more peach. Slower a bit. Okay, sure, sure. I'll be slower just a tiny bit. My speed is perfect. Okay, I'll just make it slower so everyone can follow along. But yep, because it's watercolor, you have to be a tiny bit faster. But it's okay. Practice makes progress, and it's okay if the first try you take a really long time, because I took a really, really long time trying to paint even just a tiny flower when I started. So it's okay, just take your time. So now you can see we have a center with two buds there. And let's just add a few more petals, not buds, sorry, petals. So one of my hands is holding the camera, one of my hands is painting. And usually if I wasn't holding the camera, my other hand would be holding the paper. So yeah, it's a bit hard right now because the paper is moving all around, but it's okay. I just want you guys to be able to see clearly. Okay. Okay, so we have two poppies there, and let's see. You can see that it's pretty filled and packed here, but nothing is really going on here, this empty space here. So let's just add another poppy just to even things out. Now let's just get more brown. Okay. Yep. Awesome. hmm Okay. There you go. And later, when we're done with our poppies, we're gonna move on to the lavenders, and the lavenders will make things, fill things up really, really nicely, and things will start looking awesome with the lavenders. Trust me. And you can actually play around with the colors for the lavender. So that's really fun. I find that really fun and really interesting because you get to change the colors, and yeah, who doesn't like playing with colors, right? I love playing with colors. Okay, papers. My paper is moving around, so I have to go a bit slower. But yeah, usually you want to go a bit faster so that your paint doesn't dry. But yeah, it's okay. What I'm doing now is I'm painting the shape out and filling it in. But usually I wouldn't do this. I'm only doing it right now because I want it to be light and I don't want my paper to move around. But this is a really nice beginner's method. So you paint the shape, leave it empty, and then you fill it in with your paintbrush. Yep, that's a really simple, really easy way to get that done. Yeah. And this Trust with All Your Heart prompt is actually from a lettering challenge that I'm hosting. I'm co-hosting with two of my lettering friends, and you can actually join us with the hashtag WriteItJune. And yeah, I'd love to see your pieces with our prompts. But yes, that's just where this prompt came from. All right. Now, uh how are you guys going with the three poppies? I hope you guys are going okay. Hope you guys are going okay. Okay. So three poppies, and let's just continue on with the lavender. Let's just take out this paper again. Lavender. That's the lavender. Let's just do, what color lavender should we do? Let's just do a bit purple and a peach, kind of.
So it's going great, I think, and we have already passed 1 hour, 5 minutes. So, and everybody is, enjoying it a lot. So it's great to see that.
Ah, that's awesome. I'm sorry, I think I'm going a bit longer, but I
Yeah,
hope.
I think, we need to wrap up fast because it's already, more than an hour. So yeah, let's try to wrap up in like 5, 10 minutes, and then we would love to take up some questions as well.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can add in the blending letters because that would take up time, but I think I'll just show you guys how I incorporate my florals. What do you think? Do you think that's okay?
Tell us, guys, if it's fine with you.
Okay. Because I didn't expect to take this long, but I just want to make sure that I go in with detail so you guys can. Maybe I can come over here again and teach you guys the lettering again. But yeah, so now we're just adding the lavender. Yep, I'll show you guys the whole process for this, so don't worry. Um, I'll just be a tiny bit faster. Okay, so we have the purple there, and
Okay, guys, we agree. No, no worries. We'll stretch the session. No problem. We'll just. keep it for like
Ah,
25 minutes more. So
not
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Okay. So purple, and then just do a bit of pink. And then we're gonna add green leaves too. So don't worry if the color's looking a bit weird right now. But that's okay. Oh yeah, that's just things falling down. Okay, let's just get this camera. I might tilt my camera again. Okay, awesome. Let's just add different color lavenders this time. Let's just add just normal, just a pink lavender. We're adding some here because it's a bit empty over here. And the whole goal of this is to fill up the space, right? So yeah, instead of just lettering, we're adding florals to keep the space even, and we want the florals to enhance the lettering. So make sure you don't do too many florals, because if you have too many florals and you have lettering over it, it might be a bit too busy and you might not be able to see everything because of how many things there are. Okay. Okay, so that's there, and just add a few more lavenders here and there. And yeah, I hope you guys are going painting with me. How are you guys going right now? Can you guys follow along? Yeah, I'm going a tiny bit faster because of the time, but it's okay. You guys can watch the replay, I'm sure. Awesome. Yeah, you guys are like so supportive, so I'm thankful for you guys. Okay. This perspective is making things look really weird, but in real life, it looks pretty good. And I will post this on my Instagram, and you guys can see the final over there without my terrible camera here, showing you guys the process. But yeah. Just give me a second. I'm just scrolling to see the chat because my chat is a bit. It's okay, guys. This is not troublesome at all. It's just I have a terrible camera, and this website is not allowing me to use my phone camera. I have an iPhone, and this is what I use every single time for my Instagram posts. And just because this live stream is not allowing me to use my phone, I bought a Zoom camera, a webcam to, yeah, but it's okay. Now we're basically done with all the florals. Now we're gonna enhance things with our leaves that we've painted earlier. And leaves are super simple. Super simple, like I've showed you guys just now. So we're just getting the green, and leaves don't have to be green, guys. Leaves can be pink, leaves can be blue, leaves can be brown, even red sometimes. So like I said, I love, 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 love playing with colors. So basically I like different colored leaves instead of just green leaves, because um, green's just green a bit repetitive, and we like to keep things interesting. Let's just add in the stems. Okay, awesome. And yeah, I will post the final result on my Instagram. So if you guys do want to see this, how it looks, you can feel free to check out my account. It's just Line Ideas on Instagram. I'm sure there's the link over on the chat. Yep, I see the link. But yeah, you guys can check out, and I'd love to see you guys around. But I'm basically painting leaves now, and I'm not painting all of them green. So while I still have green on my paintbrush, I'm just going all over with green all at once to save time, because time is a bit limited right now. But it's okay. I will show you guys this whole process, and you guys can buy this on my Etsy if you guys wanted to. but it's okay. I hope you guys learned something from this. Okay, so we have our green leaves, and as you can see, there are leaves basically everywhere except for here. I'll just add a leaf there. Yep. Okay, now I want some pink leaves because pinks, pink or peach leaves, I guess. It's a bit peachy, a bit pinkish, almost orangey, but it's not really orange. Okay, we're just getting ready the colors. Yep, there you go. Awesome. Get in the pink leaves. And pink leaves really just keep things really interesting because pink is not that common as a leaf color. And yeah, just keeps things interesting. Nice. So we have our pink leaves and our poppies and our lavender. And we're almost done. We're just gonna finish off with a few more leaves and a few more lavenders here and there. So you guys can just see where there's empty spots because your leaves might not be exactly where mine are. You guys can just see where the empty spots are and just yeah, fill it up with lavenders, leaves. It really doesn't matter. It just has to make the whole thing cohesive and make it all look like one piece and it'll look fun. Yeah, I will do the lettering just in a minute when I'm done with the leaves. So don't worry, I'm definitely having the leaves. Sorry, having the lettering. Yep. So I'm adding a few blue leaves here because leaves are fun. Fun to paint, easy to paint, like yeah, which is actually really awesome. It's a bit weird right now because I have my hand holding my camera and the other hand just painting. But I don't know, it's a nice challenge. I don't know if you guys can see this. If it's blurry, just let me know. There you go. Yep. I'll just be quiet for a minute and just finish this off so that we can move on to the lettering, which is the really fun part. It's important that you have your pencil drafts. You draft out your lettering with in pencil first so that you know where your lettering is going to be. If you just had your florals and you did it freehand, you could definitely do that, but I think it's a bit risky because of you don't know where your lettering will go. Oh, someone said it's perfect. Oh man, thank you. Um, it's not the best looking on camera, but it looks pretty good in real life. And you guys will see the final on the Instagram. So yeah, look forward to that. I'm just making the centers darker like I did earlier. My paper's running away from me. Oh, my paper's running away from me. But it's okay. Yep. And then I'm gonna add this tiny bit, tiny details all over. Oh gosh, my paper is shaking. Okay, just give me a minute. I just need to close something on my computer. Awesome. Yep. And I'm just adding the small details on my poppies. It'll just be a minute, and we'll start lettering in really soon. So yeah, if you wanted to just letter, um, that's totally fine. And because I like adding florals because I think it just keeps things interesting and just adds more of a visual interest. And that's what I like. But I hope you guys like this session so far. These are just poppies and lavenders. One day, I hope to teach you guys more, but this is what I'm teaching you guys right now. But yeah, just look forward to what's next coming up soon. Okay, okay. Now Yeah, awesome. Nice. Let's start the lettering right now because we're running out of time. Let me just put down my camera and let me just get my brush pen. Hey guys, yeah, I'm still here. Yeah. So this is what it looks like right now. My camera can't capture the colors too well. It's a bit, everything looks a bit dull right now, but it looks pretty nice in real life. But I guess that's just how it is. It has to be right now. I just got my brush pen. Let's see. I have a box full of brush pens, and let's just see which one we're going to use. We're just going to use the Goodnose 2K today. Goodnose 2K, and yeah, it's one of my favorite brush pens because it's waterproof, and you don't have your brush pen does not have to be waterproof for the thing we're doing today, but it's just a nice feature for it to have. So this brush pen here, it's not focusing. Yeah. Do we have to detail the leaves? You can add details to your leaves, but it just I just like them abstract and just just leaving them how it is because that's pretty nice too. And I'm just fixing my tripod again. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So that's my current station. That's me. Hi. Yep. That's my palette, and this is my work situation right now. Nice. Okay. So now we're just gonna go over the lettering and just start lettering. So you just want to trace your pencil marks as before. And I guess I have to do full calligraphy right now because my hand's holding the camera and I can't really hold my hand still. But it's okay. So I'm doing full calligraphy, but you guys could definitely just do calligraphy, and that's what I usually do, but I can't right now. But it's okay. Just do what you guys feel like doing. There you go. My music stopped, my gosh. Let me just get back to my music. Just a minute. Okay, my music's back. Does writing over paint damage the pens? Well, it does damage the pens when your paint is not dry, because when your paint is not dry and you write over wet paint with your brush pen tip does get clogged, and when it's clogged, the ink won't come out too well, and that would ruin it kind of. But yeah, so always try to wait for your paint to dry. Yeah, so basically I'm doing full calligraphy now. It's not the best option, but I'm doing what I have to right now. Okay, yep, awesome. hand's super shaky, but it's okay. I'm sure you guys could write this faster than I could, because I'm, yeah, I'm holding my camera, but yeah. I'm sure you guys are doing really well. Let me know in the chat how it's going. I saw someone talk about using watercolor pencils and it's going really well. Happy to hear that. I'd love to see it on Instagram, and I'm sure it's going to look so beautiful. But yeah, let's just finish this off. So basically, we have trust done. Trust, trust is done. Now all we have to do is the heart, the word heart. Okay, let me just finish my trust here. There you go. So people saying it's going awesome. For beginners practice, what paper can we use for brush lettering? Well, any paper, brush lettering, you can use just printer paper or any paper at all. But for watercolor, even a beginner, you should try using watercolor paper so that you can experiment and see how watercolor flows on the paper that it's meant to be on, which is watercolor paper. But for lettering, any paper at all. Nice. Now let's Since the paper is textured, my pen is not moving smoothly. Yeah, just keep a light hand. Just hold your pen lightly and just lightly hold your pen, and it's gonna be okay. And watercolor paper is known to be a bit rougher, so just be slow and just take it slowly, and I'm sure things will be okay. My pen's shaking a lot right now, but I'm making it work, so I'm sure you guys can do it too. And basically, it's just practice, guys. The more you practice your watercolor florals, the easier things will get. Can we tag you in our post for the end results? Yes, please. Please tag me because I would love to see all of your end results because I'm sure they will all look so good. And be sure to hashtag write it June too. If someone could type that in the comments and the chat section, that would be so good. Just hashtag write it June. That's the lettering challenge, and this is the yeah. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, wait. Oh,
Make sure you guys tag Print Shop Global and Typography Designers Club and Jordan as well. So it will be great. We're gonna share the stories. You share your stories in our stories. So it's gonna be great.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, guys, so this is how it's looking right now, and it's looking pretty good. This is basically how I do all my pieces that you see on my over on my Instagram. Okay, I might have to hold this. Oh, okay. I have to put this down because I need to do this last part with my hands. Just give me a minute with both of my hands. Yeah, just like this. Yeah. I guess you guys can still see like this. Not too bad, not too good, but you guys can see my both of my. Yeah, I work really fast with both of my hands. Yeah. I'm almost done. Ta-da! Ah, yeah, it is Blackpink playing in the background. That's just piano. It's looking pretty good right now. And it's drying really well. So I'll just leave it like this because it's easier for me. And I'm sure you guys can just do this on your own. You're just writing over your pencil draws that you've done earlier. Okay, let me just erase certain parts. Erase off the parts that we don't want to see just from the pencil markings. Okay. Let me just get. Let me just take out my ballpoint pen with my pencil. There you go. With my pencil, I'm just using a simple pencil and writing. Just writing the with all your over there just to make things nice. And it looks terrible on my screen, but I hope you guys can see how it looks right now. And the colors are a bit terrible, but this will be on my Instagram, and hopefully things look better over there. Okay, so trust with all. So it's a bit blurry, but with all, and then I'm just writing your right here, and then we're basically done, which is, and you guys saw how simple that was. It wasn't complicated at all. You just have to add in the simple florals that you've learned from today's quick workshop, and you guys can create just as beautiful pieces. And you guys can post them on Instagram. I'd love to see them because you guys are just um, awesome at this, I'm sure. There we go. Let me just tilt the camera back up here. Yep. I'm here again. Let me just move this back up. Awesome. Yep. Hey, hope you guys are doing okay. And this is what it looks like right now. It's terribly blurry. This camera is terrible. And ta-da! There it is. Let me just show you a few of the other pieces that I use the same technique for. This one says we love to letter, and I just did the same thing with the florals and flowers all over. You can see how I have the same style overall. Mm, yeah, I like florals and lettering. I like incorporating them together. Let me just show you a few of my other pieces, and this will just take a minute. I just thought you guys want to see and get inspired. But you guys can actually go through my Instagram and just scroll through and see. This one says memories, memories cherished. And this is just a leaf one. It's not florals, just leaves. There you go, just leaves. There's this one that says bright vibes. It looks terrible on my computer, so I really hope you guys can see properly. Bright vibes. There are sunflowers here. This is the sunflower that's not side views, the origin, that's the front view. Someone's asking about the challenge that I mentioned. Let me just write it down. It's right at June. So when it's July, it'll be right at July. Yep, there you go. So this is bright vibes. And then you can even play with, I decided to draw lemons here. This says positivity, positivity, and then there are lemons here and just leaves all around. And I sprinkled a few red dots all over. So that it's just something you can play around with, and you can just do what absolutely anything. This one says bliss, and I just added blue florals with blue lettering over here with yellow pulps almost. And you can see how all the things that you can do with watercolor and lettering and just putting them together. And that is something that I think people will enjoy a lot. This one says, yeah, it's shiny paint. Um, Happy Mother's Day, and these are just pink and blue florals. You can see these, all of these, they're all on my Instagram. You can just scroll and see. If someone could add the Instagram account, please, and that would be awesome. Yep, so that's that, and let me just show you guys a few more.
So I've been yeah, I've been so quiet, throughout the session. So it was because, you guys were really into it, so I didn't want to disturb you all. But I've seen your work throughout the process. I was looking at the process, and it's just so magical. It's just so effortless the way you do it. So it turned out super, good. So I'm sure it's not, that clear in this session, but yeah. So he's gonna upload the story picture on the Instagram so you guys can see, and it's great. So moving on. Do you want to take more questions from the question step? Any questions? Like let's just take two, three questions.
All right. Okay. I'll just look through the questions. My computer's loading right now, but I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Let's see. Which pen are you using for writing? All right. Let me just show you for calligraphy. Oh, where's my pen? For my pen, the pen I use for calligraphy. Where is it? There you go. This one is the. Let me just get a better pen. I use these. These are Tombow Footnotes UK's. Blurry, of course, you can't see them. I'll type them in the chat so you guys can search these up online. Tombow Footnotes UK. Yep, Tombow Footnotes UK. Awesome. Okay. Those are the pens that I use. So these are really good pens because they're waterproof, and it's just really awesome to have. Let me just look at what other questions you guys have.
Okay.
Thank you for staying around. What number paintbrush is he using? Any idea? Okay. Yep. Sorry I missed your question. Let me just get to you. Because today's piece was really small, I used the number. Wait. Let me just get my brush. These are really small. These are number two, size two. And this one's slightly bigger. This is size two for these, and size eight for bigger ones. So that's the size for the paintbrush. I hope I'm answering the question right.
So I have one interesting question in the questions tab, which I would like to, your views. So Keith was asking, how do you use colors to describe the mood of the text?
Uh, how do I use colors to describe? Where's the question? Oh no, I couldn't hear you. Could you repeat that, please? Sorry. Okay, how do you use colors to describe the mood of the text? Okay, this is awesome. So colors, red colors usually symbolize happiness almost. So you can see this is the palette. I have my red colors over here and blues over here. As you can see through my terrible camera, these colors seem brighter and like blues and greens seem darker even through my terrible camera. So it's easy to see. The lighter colors like yellow, pink, red, those are happy colors. So when you're in spring or summer, when flowers are blooming, they're always usually in red. Colorful colors like red, yellow, orange, like those warm colors. So warm colors usually mean bring up like a happier mood, which is why I like using red a lot because red is a nice happy color. Red. But in this situation, I like mixing in a bit of the sad colors. You can say the warm colors. So when I mixed in the red and a tiny bit of blue, which is probably the opposite of red, and it creates this really nice color scheme with the warm and cool colors. So I hope that answers the question. For happier colors, happier tones, just try incorporating more reds, pinks, yellows, and for a bit more sad, a bit more just like easygoing colors, just add in more blues, more greens, more purples, and you basically got it done. Yeah.
So thank you so much for all these tips and knowledge. It was fab. People really enjoyed the session, and Rebecca is saying you are adorable, and they really loved your work. There were so many questions. So we would see Akansha is saying the host is super sweet. So thank
Wow.
thank you
Thank
for
you,
joining us
Akansha.
today and providing us such value, because it was such an interactive session throughout, and there were some issues, but yeah, people were managed because they loved the way you made us understand how to do all these with these tricks and trips. So guys, if you say, we would love to organize the second session with Jordan, so that you can have more time with him. So we've already way past our this duration of the session, but it's so great to have you all on board with us. And thank you so much, Jordan, for joining us today. It
No
was so
problem.
great of you to join us today. Thank you so much. So, as we're coming to the end of this session, we're just gonna say bye to each other. Before we end this session, so Jordan, is there any one piece of advice that you would like to share with the artists, around us in the community?
There is. I have this uh, advice that just don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone has different styles. Oh, there's paint on my hand. It's okay. Everyone has different styles, and um, with different styles has like different views, and people like different things. So when you compare yourself to someone with a different style, even though you look similar, but there are different styles, and comparing yourself just doesn't help anyone. So when you just embrace your art and just be happy with what you make, and just embrace your pieces. That's a terrible sentence, but yeah, just be happy what you make, even though the quality of my camera is terrible and it probably looks terrible over on the screen. But I'm happy with how this looks. So just don't let what other people say, or don't let comparison with other people, other artists, get to you, and improve, practice all the time.
So, thank you so much for this wonderful piece of advice, and the session was throughout insightful and very interactive. So, and special thank you to all these guys who has joined us, throughout
Yeah,
the session. They were facing problems, but still they were there because they have such great zeal to learn. So, your dedication and passion towards learning through these webinars and workshops, motivates us to bring out more value to you guys, so that you can involve and enhance your art. So keep sharing your love to us, and we love you. We also love you very much. So we'll keep bringing you, much more interactive all these virtual sessions, so you guys can have fun and learn with each other. And thank you all. Thank you so much, Jordan. We'll see you in our upcoming workshop, guys. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.
bye bye.
And
Thank you
special
guys.
thanks to Crenshaw for organizing such great workshops. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Be sure to share with me your pieces. I'd love to see them on Instagram. You
Yeah,
guys
sure.
are
Do tag us on Instagram stories. We'll feature your stories.
tag all of us. Yeah, we'd love
Yeah,
to see it. Thank
great,
you.
great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jordan. Bye.
Bye bye.